The Divine Cabins, brought to you by Pete the Palicos. Talk about curb appeal! Tastefully decorated inside and out, these charming units are big on comfort and totally unique in style. One might even say each has its own personality. Of course, location is key. You couldn't ask for a better spot than this. The 20 cabins are within easy walking distance of all camp amenities, as well as training and recreational facilities. Don't see a unit dedicated to your particular godly parents? No worries. Once you're claimed, one can build the suits. In the meantime, pull up a bunk in cabin 11 and stay a while. Warning: the Divine Cabin area is an active construction site, so please watch out for exposed nails, exploding blocks, and cracks that could plummet you to the underworld. Space Could Be an Issue by Annabeth Chase. For generations, Camp Half-Blood only had 12 cabins, one for each major Olympian deity. The odd-numbered cabins were dedicated to the Olympic gods, the even ones to the Olympic goddesses, except for Cabin 12, which Dionysus took over when Hestia gave him her seat on the Council of Olympus. But that's another story. Anyway, after the Titan War, my kind-hearted boyfriend, Percy, made the Olympians promise that all gods, not just the kids in the major 12, would have cabins of their own. Which is just like Percy, doing something impulsive and compassionate and making my life difficult in the process. See, I'm the camp's resident architect, which means the task of designing all those new cabins fell to me. Don't get me wrong, I supported Percy's plan 100%, but after building units 13 through 16, Hades, Iris, Hypnos, and Nemesis, the cabin area started to look cramped. I met with Chiron to discuss the problem. Space, I told him, could be an issue. Any ideas? Chiron asked. I brainstormed aloud. We build upward, combine new cabins into one tall complex, demigods associated with the earth on the lower levels, with the sky on top. Chiron shook his head. Intriguing idea, but experience has shown me that demigods from different families don't cohabitate well. Oh, scratch that. I pointed to the nearby forest. What about tree houses? Enclosed platforms, elevated walkways, ladders, rope swings? Chiron cut me off. The Dryads wouldn't go for it, and imagine what would happen if a demigod took to sleepwalking. Caves? Only one available, and Apollo has claimed it for his oracle. Houseboats? Sleepwalking again, plus the Naiads would nix it. Also, we need the lake for tree mate practice. I cast around for inspiration. My eyes fixed on Hestia, who was tending her hearth in the center of the commons. You'd think a major Olympian goddess would attract a lot of notice, sitting in the middle of camp, but Hestia came and went without any fanfare, usually in the shape of a young girl in plain brown robes. I hadn't noticed her because she was so small and low profile. Small and low profile. An idea hit me like a Zeus-thrown thunderbolt. I'll get back to you tomorrow, I told Chiron. The old centaur chuckled. I know that look. You have an idea. Yeah, I admitted. In fact, my brain was buzzing, but I don't want to work out some details before I share it with you. I'll see you at breakfast. That night I worked into the wee hours, pausing only to wee. In the morning I had my blueprints ready, but I still needed more time. At breakfast I broke the news to Chiron. I want to set up a construction site in the southern woods. He furrowed his bushy eyebrows. You're not thinking of building the cabins there, are you? As I said, the Dryads won't. I just need a secluded work area, I said. I won't build anything big or permanent in that space. Trust me on this, okay? Chiron stroked his beard. Well, you've never let me down before, and I do owe you for designing those centaur-sized bathrooms for the big house. Very well, Annabeth. You have my permission. The next days were a feverish blur of measuring, sawing, and hammering. By week's end, I'd completed a full-scale model of my design, pre-mounted on a wheeled platform for easy moving. I bribed my Pegasus friends Blackjack and Pork Pie with some donuts, and they agreed to haul my creation out of the woods and into the commons.